think what's unique about our programme is our commitment to social justice. It's not just a catchy title, it's not just a way to attract students, it's really what's at the heart of what we do.
In my school-based career, I wanted to know better how to address some of the inequalities that I was seeing on a day-to-day basis.
I chose Lancaster University because of the online distance learning option. It really meant that I could flexibly study around my job in higher education and not have to leave work while studying.
My name is Dr. Jonathan Vincent. I'm the Programme Director for the MA in Education and Social Justice. The object that I brought today is a photo book, which was given to me as a gift from pupils and staff when I left my first role in a special school in Belfast, and it's probably the reason that I'm still 20 years on researching and teaching about autistic students' experiences of education and transitions into adulthood.
So my name is Helen Jones and I am taking the MA in Education and Social Justice. So my object that I've brought today is a picture that my husband Peter took. It's taken from the shores of Grasmere. I would often take myself to this very spot and sit and dream about becoming a teacher and why I wanted to become a teacher.
So my name's Rena and I studied Education and Social Justice at Lancaster University. So I've worked in higher education since 2016 and I wanted to really understand a little bit more about the theory behind widening participation, which is why I was motivated to study the course as a master's. When I was researching courses, I was really stuck because there were some great opportunities out there, but in the end I chose Lancaster University because of the online distance learning option. It really meant that I could flexibly study around my job in higher education and not have to leave work while studying.
Our whole programme is developed around exploring the inequalities in education and trying to understand better about how we can create more socially just education. This is also absolutely at the core of our teaching. So we aim to make our learning accessible for those who are both national and international students, as well as ensuring that our assessments are centred around what's important to you in your learning.
I decided to study this course at Lancaster, mainly because of its excellent reputation as a university. I needed to be challenged, I needed my thinking to be challenged as well, and I'm really enjoying that challenge. I can learn from a distance, yet I've still got access to support and my academic supervisors. I can carry on working while studying at this level.
So our programme is fully online, which means that you can study with us from anywhere in the world. Our learning typically looks like a mixture of asynchronous lectures, where someone might introduce complex theories or concepts, then some live online seminars, and then there'll also be an opportunity to engage on our VLE Moodle, where you can work with others to discuss in a written form what we're finding.
What I really enjoyed about the course was the open options with the modules, so they weren't very prescriptive. It allowed me to really take each of the learning styles and the elements of what we were studying in the direction that I was interested in, which was particularly widening participation for higher education.
A lot of the time in my work-based role, lots of people rely on me, so it's been good to be able to rely on my academic supervisor and my tutors, but it's also challenged my thinking as well and taught me a lot more about education as a whole, which is good for me, but it's also good for the students who I teach in my work-based role as well.
Almost all of our students are already in work, and they work in fields like teaching, careers guidance, or policy development. Many go on to develop the skills to complete an original piece of research that gives them the expertise in their field such that they can really make a difference. Many of our students come with other commitments, be they work or family, and one of the great things about our programme is that we're able to make the learning accessible for those who need a more flexible style of approach. We've got a lot of support available on our programme. We've got a programme coordinator, we've got an online digital learning officer, and then we've got our academic staff who both support you academically, but also in terms of the pastoral care.
So whilst I hadn't been out of university for a long time, it was still been a bit of a gap. So I was a bit nervous about writing my first academic essay. So in the run-up to our first assignments being submitted, I reached out to the Academic Writing Skills Service to get a bit of extra support with understanding the flow of my writing. So I understood the topic, I knew what I wanted to write about, but the Academic Writing Service really helped me to understand how to bring a bit more structure to my master's level writing.
My research interests are in outdoor education and nature-based learning, and because Lancaster University are involved very heavily with the Morecambe Bay curriculum and the Eden Project North, I've been able to contact other academics from different departments and ask for their expertise and their support, and they've been fantastic.
Absolutely at the core though is this idea that we're all learning together as part of a community, and as module directors we value the knowledge and experience that all of our students bring to our programme.
Because I've enjoyed my Masters here so much, I would really like to carry on with my PhD here at Lancaster University, and so I intend on bringing my research very practically to the classroom again.
So the course with Lancaster really helped prepare me for my role, because whilst I'd been a practitioner in higher education for 5 or 6 years, I really wasn't thinking about the theory behind widening participation, and the course has allowed me to think more about the language that I use, the ways in which I approach young people, but also not just the work I'm doing with them now, but how it might impact them in the future as well.